I don't even know what month it was. September, maybe? Yeah, this past September. This thing has been going for years. How long has this cabaret been going? 5 years? 3 years? 4 years? I don't know. I lose track of time. So to me, if you're doing something for 5 years, eventually it runs out of steam, right? Oh, no, 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 no. This room, so Luann's very smart. She invites me, so now I'm going to report on it. But this room of people, I mean, people are still going crazy. So Luann has a legitimate money-making cash cow. But the other girls, with this scene where they're talking about like the show and like that's their job. And then Kristen does this confessional where she's like, the show's over, ladies. You've all been fired. The show is canceled. Get a job. I mean, for everyone who hasn't watched, that is what Kristen says in her confessional. Look, I'm laughing. For everyone watching on YouTube, I'm laughing right now. The full chat is available nowhere except Patreon. So don't go think, gotta give the Patreon some goodies. But it's really funny. It's really, really funny where she's like, they're talking about like their job. It's like they're talking about their job being RHONY. She's like, the show is over, guys. It is canceled. Get a job. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny, you guys. So we have a new housewife, and her name is Kristen fucking Tateman. Okay. Anything else happening in the real world before we go on to this recap of, you know what I want to say also? I'm sorry. This whole weaponizing of the Nigerian culture, Nneka and Wendy, producers of RHOP, that has failed. I know what you tried to do. It's a bad story. I'm so over it. I'm not loving this season of RHOP. I fucking hated this season of RHOA, the last one. I didn't love the OC, and I ain't loving RHOP. There's my review. Fix those 3 fucking franchises. Fix them. Jersey, I like. Beverly Hills, I like. I'm liking the RHONY Girls trip. I like things, but I love the dinner party from hell we just went over on Beverly Hills. Potomac is not Atlanta, okay? And I don't know. Between OC and Potomac, which did I like least? I don't know. I ain't loving it. I ain't loving this whole thing between Nneka and Wendy. And finally, before we do this recap, I just want to say, I think no one has agreed with me on this. When I say this, everyone gets upset. It's Sarah Fraser, our good friend Sarah Fraser, who has really opened my eyes. I think I totally had Teddy all wrong. I think I'm really starting to come around on the Tedster. I ain't listening to no fucking podcast. Give me a break. I don't listen to any podcast except this one and Let's Be Clear with Shannon Doherty. That's it. But Teddy at least is making money on her own terms. But that's not the point. I still got some problems with the fucking Tedster, so don't worry. But I wanted to just say, because I sit up here every week and I say that nothing matters in life, although I love money, except your health, which I stand by, and what Teddy is now going through, she just came out that her immunotherapy for the skin cancer didn't work, and she's actually going into surgery, and they're removing a part of the trouble area. So this is really what life is all about. It's health. So we may not like her tomorrow when she turns on that damn microphone. I'm sure I'll have an issue with her, but let's say our thoughts and prayers for our Tedster. Because a cancer is a fucking bitch. Okay? It really is. And we're all one day going to have health problems and be there. And today, thank God, is not that day. So I don't know if this microphone will be on anymore the day that I have health problems, but let's not focus on that today. So our thoughts and prayers are with Teddy. And on that note, what an episode of Beverly Hills. I find it very funny. That's why I'm loving Girls Trip. I love when there's so much little side chatter going on. Loving this Girls Trip. Oh, Dorinda on Girls Trip going back. First of all, I love breaking a fourth wall. And she's watching Scary Island. Dorinda. I love it. All right, guys. Where do we start? Let's start at the beginning. Sutton goes on a date with this guy, Sam. He's cute. He sweats a lot and he talks all about his mom. Watching Sutton's date, I just say to myself, ugh, Why date? I know, it's awful. I'm open to dating, but that's how dates are. They're so boring. You show up, someone is cute, and you're like, okay, this has potential. And then you just have that first sip of the martini. And by like 3 sentences in, you're like, oh God. Now, maybe this is why Sutton and I are single. Maybe you're not supposed to say, oh God, you're supposed to give someone a chance. But yeah, all that mother talk, I wouldn't be for that either. So I get it. Poor Sutton. She's trying. He was cute, though. He was cute. Kyle gets a new tattoo. Morgan gets a tattoo of a K on her body, and this comes out. Dorit. I love a jealous Dorit. Oh my God. Who knew Dorit had it in her? Dorit is really upset. She is upset. She was just on Watch What Happens, and it came up, or like a few weeks ago, it came up, and she admitted, like, yeah, I mean, I don't feel as close to her, to Kyle anymore, since she's been with Morgan. I mean, and then Kyle admits it's all. I mean, again, I've said this before and I'll say it again. The power of Kathy Hilton. Kathy Hilton has a she's on this season. They might as well send Kathy a check because Kathy is mentioned so much on this season of Beverly Hills. And now it's all because of Kathy, because Dorit is saying, I can't believe how your sister treated you. And then we flash to the reunion where Dorit kind of stuck up for Kathy, and Kyle had to slam her down and said, we do not want you to butt in at this point. It is sister business, Miss Kemsley. And now it comes out that Kyle says, yes, it was because of Kathy that, Dorit stuck up for her, that I felt. That is not a friend. I'm very black and white with friends. Either you're with me or you're against me. And if you're against me, what's the point? I wish you the best of luck in life. Have a great life. I really don't have anything against you. We just listen. Oh my God, here I go with one of my digressions. But here's the thing. Let me break it down for you. Do you guys have a minute? Do you have a minute? All these people in your life right now that you think are your friends are not. I'm sorry. It's just, look, go out, have a drink, be fabulous, have a dinner. I have a great life. I do all that. It's all fun. And I do it with lots of different people, right? I think the thing is like knowing each person's value in your life. It's fine to go to a fabulous dinner with like 20 people or 30 people. Underlying it, how many of them are really your friends? Not most, not many. It is what it is. And that's okay. I mean, why not go out for a night out and have a great night and just take it for what it is? This was a lovely night. I got drunk. We had some great conversation.